Well, isn't this a treat? Or a tree, I should say.
I said tree.
I said treat. Tree or
Did
treat?
you think I said treat or tree?
Tree.
Okay.
Yeah. Tree or treat?
Tree or treat?
Tree or treat?
Tree or treat?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to the bar. This
Hey.
beautiful tree that we have set up here. And you did a fantastic thing by putting all this lovely stuff in it.
I tried.
Looks
I think
beautiful.
it's still kind of obnoxious, but
You think it's obnoxious?
kind of obnoxious.
Why do you think it's obnoxious? What's obnoxious about this tree that we have set up?
It's bigger than we are, even though it's not, but it looks like it is.
It does feel like it's big, and it's right. We didn't test it standing behind here, and it does feel like it's incredibly big.
I feel like I'm in Whoville or something.
You're in Whoville?
Yeah, like we should start singing the Whoville song, like.
Yeah. I don't even think I know that song. I don't even know that song. What's that song?
Christmas time.
Cool. I love it.
Something like that.
I don't even think I recognize
It's
it.
from The Grinch. No?
Oh, I think I drew a blank on your reference there.
Oh, boo.
I drew a blank on your reference. I
Boo.
apologize. I apologize for
Boo.
the blank on the reference.
Boo.
And I've seen that movie a few times too. Just to
I
come
think it's
here,
in both of them.
just to come here and draw a blank on the
Like
song.
the cartoon and the live action one.
Yeah, I can't place that song that you're singing right now, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the Whoville song is lost on me at this moment.
It's okay.
Till the next time I hear it.
That's okay.
Your makeup looking good today.
Thank you. It took on a life of its own.
Nice.
I had a different idea when I started,
Amazing.
and then I just kept going,
Yeah,
and this happened.
that's cool. I threw on these glasses last minute and I was like, this sounds like it'll be good.
It's probably gonna just look like black to these people.
For sure. Black glasses.
No, my makeup.
I was like, they'll be able to see through.
Yeah,
Your makeup?
yeah.
Why is it going to look black?
Because there's so much light that it's gonna look black. Because it is dark. Like the colors I used are dark,
Fair.
with the exception of the red. The red's very bright.
Fair.
But like
okay.
the green on my eyes, like on my eyelids, is very dark, and then the rest is all black. So,
Interesting.
and then like my lips are black and dark red. So it's gonna look black. Not mad at it.
No, it looks good. It looks great. It looks great. For sure.
I love this green color. I know that like it's not gonna look green, but this green on my eyelid is like I don't have any other color like that. Like it's this really interesting like olive, but not quite olive because there's like goldness to it, but it also has like a brownness to it. It's just really unique.
Looks cool.
Thanks.
Is that the first time you try that one? Because I know you got some new ones. Is this
No.
a first blend? Is this a
No.
first palette?
All
first
my new
blend,
ones
First anything?
are under the Christmas tree because
Oh,
those were Christmas gifts. to
so you
myself.
have some new ones under the Christmas tree,
Yeah.
tucked in there, ready for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That you're gonna have a fresh pop heading into 2024.
Yeah.
Some fresh makeup to play with in 2024.
Yep, and then
That's cool.
the other palette that I'm waiting for to complete my Motet's Dom collection is
On its way.
on its way.
Coming. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then
I like it.
My one from Shroud Cosmetics is
Cool.
still in processing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been slowly on the upswing towards the Christmas vibes, sorting out things.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of end of year clear out too.
Yeah,
Just
but
kind
like
of an
pokey.
end of a year. Yeah, pokey pace kind of clear out. Just in with the old, out with the new. You know, that kind of thing, right? You just get out with the old and in with the new.
Yeah.
And in with the old and out with the new at the same time.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm on this crystal energy. I've been studying crystals, so I'm not
Why
on. I'm not on. It's aura quartz.
There you go.
It's not crystal meth, so
That's
good. You know, if you're gonna learn about crystals,
Don't do crystal meth.
make sure that it's crystals as in like aura quartz or other crystals to find your crystal energy. And don't do crystal meth. That's bad for you.
That's a bad way to find your crystal energy.
We don't think that's the right
It's not
crystal that
good.
you should study.
It's not good.
But these crystals that I've been learning about are very interesting because I am one to take interest into the world of crystals, energy, what crystals represent. It's very interesting to me. And as a person that's very tapped into, different energies, what you put out, what you get in, the energies of life, all different things like that, I find that the aura quartz is a cool one that I've just connected with. It seems to be this grounding energy for me, some sort of thing that comes back to like calmness a little bit and like grounding. And when you look at it, it's so beautiful that I find it just pulls me back to being very grounded in the quartz energy, this aurora quartz. I said aurora quartz, right? That's because that's what this one is. Because there's aura quartz, then there's aurora quartz. I'm just learning about this stuff.
That's okay. I don't recall.
Okay.
I've moved on.
Oh, fair. Okay, so you knew this one at one point, but this one's been around for a little bit. So I was trying to pick it up and to understand how this thing got to be what it is. And it's quite the interesting process when you can see what you can do with all the different gems and minerals and processing it down, also combining things into getting these different frequencies. And this one vibrates at a grounding level,
Okay.
but yet it instills massive amounts of clarity, which is cool. That's what I find I can connect to with this.
That's a quartz thing.
Yeah, it's
they
like
say.
it's a personal energy connection to this rock for me. I know
Is it the blue though that you're connected to?
Well, blue is my favorite color, so there's something in this that I'm getting like a feedback of for sure within the quartz itself. The blue color, the shininess of it, and yet also the feedback of the grounding energy of the aurora quartz. For me, is really interesting. When I just sit there and I look at it, it just kind of represents these different things. And for me right now, coming to the end of the year, it's really helping me stay grounded, especially around this time of year. Seems to get a little bit more busy, different things going on, more random in the days around this time of year. So, when your days are more random, you feel like you need something to keep you maybe a little more grounded as your day's going on. I feel like just coming back to this, I think it's just something to come back to. I'm the type of person that I need things that are familiar to come back to. And for me, this is just a cool thing that I've been coming back to and learning more about. That's why it's interesting to me, because I'm learning about it. So it's got this cool vibe, and I'm digging the aurora quartz crystal energy this time of year to just kind of ground you in that busyness of the randomness of around the holiday season, kind of the spirits. More of a grounding energy around the holiday season, which can be hectic, which can be a bit hectic. But I've been feeling that.
So is that what you've learned thus far?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think like there's a lot of things with this one specifically that maybe not everyone will connect with, but that's why I love learning about this crystal stuff and the energies that it puts out, because you can tell that there's different ones for different people. And that's why I think that, this one would, for me, being, this blue shine to it, and it just represents so many things. And, quartz isn't just made to pave and make asphalt, but it represents so many other things. In its journey as a rock and a mineral element spirit, quartziness is definitely my vibe. I'm a quartz kind of dude. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of learning about and trying to help me stay grounded in this kind of time of year, where it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Yeah. Definitely a little bit trickier than other times around the holiday season.
I find for me the esoteric sort of realm surrounding minerals and crystals and rocks is something I'm a little new to, and like a bit apprehensive about, and I don't know if it's because of my involvement in paleontology and then, that in turn geology, and then with the science center too, I always dealt with geology.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, I think of it in a very scientific way.
Mm, cool.
Um, so it's hard for me to understand or wrap my brain around the energy that comes out of
Fair. Fair.
a
Fair. Fair.
rock.
Mm-hmm.
But in that same breath, I'm kind of getting it a little bit more
Fair.
because
Fair.
everything is made from some form of energy.
Yeah.
So why would it not give off energy,
Totally.
right?
Totally. Yeah. 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 For sure. For sure. Absolutely.
So yeah, and then it's one of those things where it works if you work it. So if it works for you, man,
Yeah.
then it works for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm the type of person that I need to be learning about things. I
Yeah,
just
me
need
too.
to be constantly like, what's this about? What's that
I
about? Like,
learn
I'm
all
just
the
that
time.
type of person. I can't, like, I can't go without at least knowing some basic stuff about something. I can't function. So when I'm learning the basics about like crystals, people that are way more into it, as using it, yeah, I mean, you could say like energy healing. A lot of people use the word healing around crystals,
Mm-hmm.
healing crystals, using crystals to kind of make you feel more like you're in tune with yourself. Like a lot of that being one with yourself energy, being who you are energy, surrounding crystals, letting go of the science a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what you have to do when you're getting into energies and crystals and just
Yeah,
frequencies and vibrations and whoop wop whoop and do woo whoa 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 whoa.
yeah.
You just whoa. You just kind of got to let go and get in tune with the energy that the crystal is putting out. Don't think too much about it. Just know that this one's coming into your life for a reason. And I think as I just like started thinking about that, I picked up this one, which we already had. I didn't even have to seek out. And then I'm like, well, why did all of a sudden this one just kind of end
Yeah,
up in
because
my
I've
life?
had that for years.
That's what I'm saying. But like, it was put back far away. It was, I never really thought much of it. And then I just kind of picked it up. I was like, why is all of a sudden this is jumping out at me? Like, what does that mean? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I live a lot like that. Like, why is this thing or this whatever just jumping out at me all of a
Right.
sudden? Like, what is this thing that just caught my attention? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why did all of a sudden this jump out at me? Why is this something new that I've never like thought of before or kind of dove into? And myself as the type of person that likes to just know a little bit about everything, you know, kind of interested in that for sure, for sure. So I'm on the track and on the journey at the end of the year to definitely kind of understanding more about not only the scientific use, which is interesting, clearly for a lot of things, but the energy behind the rocks and the elements and the minerals and the more of the healing side of stuff that exists within this thing or whatever, those healing vibrations and that chill kind of grounding energy and what makes that like shift, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's kind of a funky thing in life that depending on how deep you want to believe it or not, like it's definitely real, like for sure, 100%. 100% it is. It's all energy. It's all energy. It really is.
Neat.
Mm. Yeah. So that's been keeping me in check surrounding the lead up to Christmas, anyways, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm in check or not. I don't know. I feel weird. Like I feel it's like this strange um fuck. I don't even know how to put it into words. Like it's like this weird sense of being overwhelmed, but like not.
It's kind of like you're
It's almost like
in.
when you're moving so fast that you look like you're standing still. Like that's
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
what I feel like.
Okay. Fair. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. It makes sense to me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like I don't know. I'm feeling this big updraft that's
Okay.
coming,
Okay.
but it's
Fair.
not fully here yet.
Okay. It's like cooking in the background.
But I like, you know, when you feel the storm start to come, you start to feel that the wind pick up a little bit.
Yes,
And like,
absolutely. Like a breeze that's coming in, but it's a little bit strong, and you're not sure where it's going to go. And it's kind of an
well, you
energy that
know the bigger winds are coming.
it's cooking in the background a
Yeah.
little bit. And yeah, yeah. Well, maybe I'll let you, learn more yourself about the Aurora
Apparently,
Quartz to
my
see if it connects with you, because maybe this is what you need is a little bit more Aurora Quartz to keep the winds at bay. You see, because if the winds are coming in, and you hold this up, it'll block everything. It's like a completely wind
but
blocker.
see,
Also,
there's
you can
different.
use it to block the gusts as they come
So-
towards your face. It's like a mountain in your
Uh-huh.
hand. So if it gets windy, you can hold it up,
Okay.
and then the wind won't hit you because this small piece of rock will block the gust as it's coming towards your face because it has a frequency to block the wind and keep you grounded. Yes, in the world of elements, of course, that is what happens. Yeah, yeah. It's totally a thing. And I'm sticking to
Apparently,
that.
my crystal going into, this new phase of life, I guess,
Okay.
from card readings, is amethyst, which is
Oh.
also a derivative of quartz.
Oh, amethyst.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
all
it's
right.
supposed to be more emotionally grounding.
Oh, okay. Fair. Fair. Cool.
And
Cool.
like cleansing, a lot of cleansing properties to it. Apparently, there's
Fair.
some other stuff.
Fair.
Like I said, I'm a baby when it comes to this kind of stuff. There's other
yeah.
things I'm more into,
Sure.
but this one's a little bit of a newer realm for me.
Yeah, exactly. And as a scientific oriented mind, it is hard for you to disconnect from that scientific way of thinking and then accept that you can hold up a rock to block the wind. It's a little bit of a strange thought for you to accept.
I'm a very odd.
But if the
human.
wind is coming, you got to have the right rock, or else you'll get blown away by that wind. In a world of elements and healing, it is a very true thing. So if you get in tune with your personal
Jesus.
vibrations, your own personal Jesus, you can block all the winds that are coming your way, and just put your hands up and go easy, and then it'll just all be better.
Oh yes.
It's the way it works,
Yeah.
man. It's the way it works. You gotta get in tune. You gotta get in tune.
Gotta get in tune.
Put out the frequency, the vibrations, man. But I think that's a cool one for you to study. The one, the one for yourself.
The
one
amethyst?
Yes, the amethyst.
Yeah,
The one that you believe in.
last year, I think it was Howlite.
Mm.
And Howlite,
Cool.
if I remember correctly, and like there's one thing I think I remember. So Howlite is, we actually have a lot of little pieces of Howlite lying around the house, which is ironic.
We have some howlite around the house.
Do you remember what Howlite is?
There's some that is on the table, up by where those little mini wolves are. There's some in that.
I think you're right.
There is some in that on that
I
table.
think you're right.
Yeah. There's
So
some chunks in there.
What does it look like?
It's the ones that we have are very flat.
Probably not the right rock.
It is kind of whitish yellow.
It's not whitish yellow, but it's white.
So it's not the yellow part; it's the white part.
It almost looks like marble.
About. It's clearly white. Yes, absolutely. But I do know the chunks that we have beside the table. Clearly understand
Howlite is mostly white, and then there's light gray running through it.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you a piece when we disperse.
Super, yeah, super.
But it is supposed to be good for creativity.
Oh, okay.
And that was apparently
fancy.
my mineral of last year.
Oh.
That was supposed to be my energies to kind of help keep me focused, which is interesting because I feel like through 2023,
Uh-huh.
I did have a very creative year, like
Yeah.
a busily creative year.
Creative mind.
I was
kinda.
painting a lot.
You
I was drawing a lot.
You outputted a lot.
I did.
This year.
I was outputting a lot.
You outputted a lot for
yeah,
sure.
my
yeah.
brain was constantly needing
Yeah.
to come up with ideas.
Totally. Yeah. Totally.
So I actually have on my desk the little piece of halite because of that message, and it's been on my desk for a year.
Cool. So you connected with it. You brought it into your life, and it was there for you as this year
think
went
it
along.
helped. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, man, this stuff is real.
And
You gotta just kind of feel
I
it
had
out,
a really
man.
weird moment
You gotta
once.
feel it out. It's true, though.
And this was quite a few years back, so my memory is foggy on it. But it was at the Science Center, and like I said, because I dealt with geology, oftentimes we get either, your super rockhound people, or you get your kind of esoteric energy crystal people.
There seems to be two types.
There's two types. It's very rare you'll find someone kind of like, yeah, I'll do both. But this one woman one time came in, and I don't know, I talk to people. I do that.
That's a good
So
thing.
we were just chatting, and then out of nowhere, she's like, I feel like you need this. And she went into her pocket, and she took out a bunch of little rocks, and she handed me this tiny, tiny little piece of emerald.
Oh.
And I don't remember specifically now why. I'd have to look it up again, but she just said she felt this energy from me that at that point in time I needed guidance from that energy from that particular.
Isn't that cool? Somebody's like reading your energy and telling you like maybe this could help. Maybe this could help you try to achieve something.
That's why I
that
say
sends you in the direction of this energy.
And that's
why
I say
vibration.
I'm kind of a weirdo, because I do think in a very logical, scientific way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I
am
also,
that's always important.
Yeah, sure. But I'm also extremely intuitive.
Yeah.
And it is to the point where I don't understand my own intuition. I've been working at trying to understand that and what tips me off into certain realms of emotion, but I can't put a finger on it. It's just one of those things where it's like I will intuitively feel something.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I'll just be like, Kate, this is not a good idea, or this is a great idea, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll have no rhyme or reason for it. And it drives me insane as a logical person.
Yeah.
But
like, why am I thinking this direction? Why do I feel this way?
Well, that one time we went to the restaurant.
Why is,
And I full on had like an emotional breakdown in the vehicle for no reason whatsoever.
It happens.
Like,
it happens.
There was no reason. And I was like, I don't know why. I feel like we shouldn't be here.
Fair.
This feels wrong. And lo and behold, my order got screwed up twice.
Yeah.
Something happened to one of our buddies' orders too.
Yeah. So like you just had this connection that maybe there's something that went into your energy that was like, this feels off.
Yeah. I don't know.
It doesn't feel like the right place to be
Happens
at.
to me a lot.
Yeah. And it's important as you live life to be more in tune with that kind of stuff. Because me, as a highly emotionally vibrating person, I've been getting better at working on, just being a little bit less emotional, but all around still just a person. But learning to just live with the different things that you have. You feel these things for a reason. You know what I mean? It's like you're not crazy to have these different things. Like maybe this is a weird place to go, or this isn't gonna pan out well, or something like these things. These intuitive things that we feel are very true. And they're very real, and they help you along to whatever's next, and certain day-to-day activities for sure.
Yeah, and I'm learning to kind of just follow those gut instincts.
Yeah.
Even if your mind tells
2023
you not to.
was like that. I feel like 2023 was like that.
I had to.
It was just like follow your gut. What feels right is going to pan out, and what feels wrong isn't. Like that felt like 2023.
Yeah, well,
really.
Everything
like,
kind of blew up.
Just like,
it blew up. My
For sure.
trajectory in my head blew up in my face.
Yeah, it was like non-linear. It was
Yeah.
very scattered.
So I think because of that, my logical brain, not entirely, but for the most part, shut the fuck off.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. You're just off.
Yeah,
You're
it was
just like, boom, done. Turning off.
Short circuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just
need to
shut off.
reprocess.
Yeah,
and it just shut
it's
off.
like redirecting, you know.
Yeah.
And so then my emotional, my intuitive side took over.
Yeah.
And so it's been like that, just like, oh, okay, well, this is happening.
I think like this year for me, and I think for you too, was like at the start of the year you had certain goals and maybe things that you wanted to try to do, and then like halfway through the year, or maybe not even, it was just like
it was like the first
it was
month
just
into the
like,
year.
you know what, all of that start was just, let's throw that away and I'm going with something else. That's what this year kind of felt like. It was like, yeah, it was like, I'm just gonna kind of maybe have this as some sort of direction or things I want to do with my life this year or whatever. And then as like the year was going on, it's like, hey, no, you know what, I'm just gonna go this way now. And like you just kind of like changed. 2023 felt like a year like that. It was just like, that might be something, but I don't know. And then there's something over there, and then like that might be a thing, and then like maybe I'll do that or check that out. And then it was very scattered, not in a bad way, but a lot of unpredictability this year, which I think was kind of why I'm coming back to learning more about this. Like, I need more grounded energy. Like, I just feel like that's what I'm searching for, and like it's what's finding me in a weird way. You know, it's important to have that vision, scatteredness, or whatever, but it's also important to find what grounds you. Like, and that's what's important for me. What can I come back to that's my go-to grounding stuff
think that
I live?
Yeah, and I think that was a big lesson.
Yeah.
Is what grounds you?
What grounds you?
You know,
that was 2023, I think. What grounds you?
What grounds you?
What grounds you? Can be there, here, there, scattered a bit, but what grounds you?
That's
you?
Important. What is your
super
your
important.
core?
Your core. Who are you as your core?
Yeah, because when you
for sure,
and like I'm a dreamer. I will forever be a dreamer.
Yeah, it's important.
Dreaming is great. Like,
it's important to have big dreams, goals, visions.
Yeah, follow your dreams. Your
it's
passions,
important.
Your visions,
you always have to. It'll only make your life better.
But I think I fell into a little bit of a trap, and I lost sight of that core vision that I had.
Fair.
And I thought it was something else.
Oh, okay.
Without like going into a deep, long story about things.
Yeah.
But I think with the change that happened, it taught me that, you know, it wasn't my vision that was wrong.
Yeah.
The core of my vision, the core of my dreams is still
intact.
It's still
here.
It's still
here.
Here.
It holds.
It just, I associated it with something else rather than its core meaning.
What it was at the core.
Or what it is. It's
grounded
still
there. In what it is.
Exactly.
Yep. I totally understand you at that. And I think 2023 was a reminder for me personally to keep swinging towards the things that you like and that you want and you enjoy, but remind yourself to come back to who you are. Totally, like, that was my year. It's just like, keep swinging, bro, but like, remind yourself to chill out and just remind yourself of who you are.
Yeah.
Keep it simple to the point of whatever your thing is. You know, just never forget what your thing is. Whatever your thing is. Mm-hmm. Just whatever. Whoever you are, whatever you like, don't like, just come back to that.
Yeah.
Never forget to come back to it. When you're out there, when you're whatever, doing this, doing that, you're trying new things. Just, that's cool and great and all, and trying new things, but just come back to what your core is, because that's what's going to work for you. Yep. Like, that felt like that was my year. It really did. And like, it was a full circle kind of year. And I'm excited for 2024.
I am too.
I am super excited.
I really
for
am.
And I feel like 2024, like, there's just a lot of excitement. There's like a build of excitement. I feel it. I can feel it. I feel good about 2024.
It's funny.
I don't know. It's just, you can sit, like, we'll sit here and talk about stuff later on. We'll be like, what the heck? And da-da-da-da-da. But I feel good about going into 2024. I feel like it's going to be good.
Yeah, I do
good
too.
Energies. A lot of positivity, good energies. I think it's going to be great.
And it's funny because I was remembering back to New Year's last year and the way I felt And it's ironic now
Yeah.
being at the end of this year and being like, shit, again, my intuition was right. Like,
Yeah.
my intuition last year, and I think you were on the same page,
Yeah.
where we were feeling a big change and we didn't know
Mhm.
what the change was going to be,
We didn't
when
know.
it was going to happen.
We didn't know.
But we
had
both
no
felt that,
idea where the change was.
that feeling in the air of,
Just some change is coming.
and holy fuck did it ever.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, I know. It was like
Holy fuck did it ever.
Yeah, without getting into too many details, it's just
We'll
like
just leave
it's
it at holy
just
fuck did it ever.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And another thing that I want to throw in, just what happened to me today with the amp, just to throw this story
yeah,
in.
sure.
It's an interesting story. So I don't play guitar too much. I'm a drummer, but when I do play guitar, every now and then I'll throw in some guitar or something fun, keep me going, keep trying at that guitar thing. But there was this broken amp that hadn't been working forever, and I tried to fix this amp. I tried different things to fix the amp as best as I could. This amp was not working. It was not working. It was a broken guitar amp. Today, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this and turn it into something else. It's broken anyway. I'm going to put it like in a little CD shelf or something. But then I plug it in, and for some reason, it just started working. I have no idea.
It's weird when that
I
happens.
have no idea why this thing just started working out of nowhere again. And I was like, this has been broken for months. I couldn't fix it. I even tried to fix it. It didn't work. So I left it sitting there for months because it was broken. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll do something with it eventually. Mm-hmm. And then I went to plug it in. I was going to create something new. And then all of a sudden it started working. And I think the point is that, like, it taught me to remind myself that, like, you know, when something happens that is completely random, just go with it. Because I'm like, well, it's working now. And I hadn't played guitar in a long time. So I was like, I'm going to try some guitar today. You know what I mean? And I'm not a great guitar player by any means. But I'm like, well, this amp is working. And it's been broken for months.
Yeah.
But I plugged it in and I started playing guitar again. And I was having fun, rocking some guitar. And like I said, I'm a drummer. I'm not a great guitar player. But at the same time, like, the point was that this thing just started working again. And I just threw my hands up in the air. And I'm just like, hey, I'm going with the flow. The amp's working again. I'm playing guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what it feels like this year was. It's just like, this thing's working, I'm doing this. You know what I mean? And then this thing's broken, you know, whatever. But that's just one of those things, right? It's like, you just never know what's going to be working, not working. And you just go with what's working. I mean, like, that's kind of the way that I've been feeling it anyways, for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. And we might as well do our first now. We were doing a first here on the bar today.
We are? What are we doing?
The shot, remember?
I didn't realize we were doing that. Oh.
You thought we were doing that after?
No, I thought that was going to be on a different day. I'm sorry.
Oh, on a different day.
I didn't realize this was happening right now.
Oh, should we save it? Should we save that for another day then? No, I'm going to leave it up to you because I was ready to bust it. But I'm going to leave it up to you. If you weren't ready to do that today, then we could do it on a different one.
I'm just thinking.
It's up to you.
Because it's still room temperature.
No, it's been in the fridge.
Oh.
We put that in the fridge. It's chilled. Ooh, she's enticed. It's chilled. It is chilled. It's been chilling.
Okay, so I'm thinking too fast.
Let's take a second. Let's play it out. Should we? We could put it back in the fridge. We could do it another time. We don't have to do it right.
I'm trying to think of, like, the best timing for this.
I don't know. I don't think there really is the best timing. I feel like right now is probably good timing. There is no better time than the present.
Can we do, like...
There's no better time than the present.
These words, I don't know if I've ever uttered these words before. Maybe once or twice in my life. Can we do, like, a half shot?
Yeah, let's do a half shot. It's going to be our first one of this thing.
I'm slightly hungry,
Sure.
so...
We'll do a quick little half shot.
Okay.
We'll throw to the album of the week, and we'll call it. How's that sound? Let's do it.
Our friends are probably confused what we're talking
We're
about.
bringing it in. We're bringing it in. We're bringing it in. All
Okay,
right, folks.
so the story here.
This is the first time we try this.
So I feel like we've talked about our beautiful collection of Jack Daniel's bottles, and yeah, do your best not to destroy the cap because the cap is cool. So I'm pretty sure I talked about my need to find Winter Jack, which I did find. It is now in my collection.
Ooh.
Smells Jackie.
Ooh, that smells good. That smells good. I like that. I like that. All right. All right.
The Winter Jack, see if it was in our local LCBO.
We found some.
They have this. So this is a triple mash of, I believe it is. It's part whiskey, part bourbon, part rye. And the flavor just sounded delicious, and it's a different bottle. And there's another bottle that's similar to this. Oh, that's special. It has a cork.
I know, right? Look at that. Look at that sexy thing.
But I don't know if I'm going to get the other bottle or not. I don't know.
Woo!
I'm going to see. I'm going to think about it.
Yes, absolutely. We are trying that out here. I figured it's a good time. No better time than the present, right? It is chilled. We did have it chilled.
It is chilled.
Well, cheers to our first taste of this specific blend.
Cheers to the triple mash Jack.
Cheers to the triple mash Jack. This is our first time trying
triple mash
Jack
smash.
Triple mash Jack smash.
Yeah.
The triple mash Jack smash, everyone. We hope that your Christmas,
Cheers.
we hope that your lead up to Christmas is great. The
My
vibes are great.
told me to get drunk.
Yeah, well, triple mac Jack smash Jack mash. Let's
Okay.
do it. Oh man, that's nice. Oh boy, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
That's nice.
Woo! Kind of heats you up a little bit, warms you up.
Well, that's the Jack for you. It's got
Warms
that
you up.
spice.
Got the spice.
On ice.
Oh yeah. Oh man, wow, that's really good. You can feel it. Got that spice kind of
Feel
heating
it
you.
go all the way down. I think that's why
Woo!
you either.
That's good. Okay, I like it.
You either
like it.
love Jack Daniels or you hate it.
Oh man, you know where we are. You know where we are. You know where we are.
You know,
That's a good one.
I brought you
love
over
that.
to the dark side with that.
Amazing. That's a good. Oh man, that's good flavor. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just good.
I think
I don't want to go too deep on it.
I think in order to describe the flavor, you can't really do it in a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You have to sip on it.
that's delicious.
I think on ice too, it'll bring out a lot of the flavors.
Wow. Well, that was our first
Yeah.
first shot of it,
Hey,
and I'm glad we scooped that up because that's delicious.
it's delicious.
That is great. Okay. Well, let's talk about the album that we wanted to bring in.
Grab it.
This band is straight out of L.A.
It's just a city.
Yes, absolutely.
A
And
city
the
of
Distillers are
angels,
coming in
mercies
with Sing Sing
dead
Death House.
Sorry, I was singing over you. What?
It's Sing Sing Death House.
Sing Sing Death House.
Sing Sing Death House by the Distillers,
I didn't know that was
everybody.
the name of that album.
Yeah.
I just know what it looks like.
The Distillers
Unusual.
are a cool band, and this album absolutely rips. If you want to get some energy going in your life,
If you like
get
the
some
punk
vibes
rock,
up. If you like the punk rock, you want to get some energy going in your life, throw on some of their music, man, and the Distillers will get you there. That's for sure. This album is a fantastic album. It's been 20 years since they've made this album. I think it's
Wow.
2002 that album came out. Yeah. It was
Wow.
some time has gone by, but the album holds strong. The energy in
That
the
makes sense.
Distillers album is great.
I was really into the Distillers in high school.
Yeah, cool.
It's,
Cool.
I was a punk kid. I still am a
Absolutely.
punk kid.
Absolutely.
And
And if you're a punk kid and you love the punk sound, make sure you check it out
So-
if you haven't already.
I have an interesting thing with punk music, and I'm sure my elder punks out there will agree with me on this, in that when you're a young punk, it's easy to be a young punk. At least in my realm of life, because I was a very angry teenager. Because trauma.
As happens in your teenage life.
It does. And then if you have trauma in that mix, it's even worse. Like, it's hard enough being a teenage female, let alone
True, very true.
having a fucked up upbringing.
Very true, very true.
So, yeah, like to feel this angst against something and wanting to change things and like, you know, the aggression of punk. But like the love of punk too, like
punk is like love aggression. It's like love aggression. There's a lot of aggression coming on, but it's all the love.
Positive.
It's positive. It is positive. It's so
it's positive aggression.
I think people
and that's
maybe
what people misunderstand.
Yes,
punk.
I completely agree with you. I think people don't connect with the punk to its positive light.
That's how you can tell the difference.
Like
between,
it's not negative. It's just getting those emotions.
And that's how you can tell the difference between someone who is seasoned in the scene and someone who is either new to it or just doesn't plain get it. Because people who have been in the scene understand that we're not just we're not here to punch each other and break each other's nose.
Punk isn't about breaking each other's noses.
Yeah, you jump and you bounce into people. Elbows down.
Elbows down.
Elbows down.
You bounce.
Don't be one of these people.
No, you just bounce.
That's why the pogo exists.
Exactly.
So,
you pogo it. You pogo it.
Yeah.
But it's an energy. It's a feeling.
Energy.
It's that raw energy.
Positive change, and in order to make positive change, you need to have a forward aggression.
Exactly.
So, anyway, when you're young, that's easy to do. You can bounce and jump into people and hold your ground if you need to.
You have so much energy when you're a teenager.
And
like, it's just
your
crazy.
body is strong and it's prime and it can handle.
It's crazy to talk like this because I feel like it was like yesterday. You know what I mean? But when you're a teenager, you're just like,
like
you don't have to go. You just go.
You just go.
Yeah,
you just go. But when you're an older punk, especially if
being an older punk is cool. You kind of like appreciate it.
It's a learning process. So I think like I'm kind of coming out on the other side of that now, but for a while you kind of have this weird sort of I don't want to say imposter syndrome, but it's similar because like you want like to be part of that scene still.
Yeah.
But you feel like physically, like, I can't go in a mosh pit anymore.
True, because your body might get a little smushy.
I will get destroyed.
You're going to kind of stay on the outside of the mosh pit.
And it makes you feel weird.
Because you want to get in there.
Because you want to get in there. Because mentally, you're still a punk.
That's
right?
true. That's true. Yeah.
But you can't physically. And it's a weird thing that happens where, like, you have to find your new punk.
Fair. Your new punk. I like that. Punk. Find your new punk.
Yeah.
I like that.
You're not.
I like that. Find your new punk.
Yeah.
I like that. That's great.
I might not be a badass in the sense that I can stand in the middle of a mosh pit and not move.
Fair.
But I'm a badass in other ways now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a punk in other ways.
Exactly.
And it's, you know, for a while I felt like I had to find a new type of music.
It's like, I can't do punk anymore. I'm too old for punk.
I'm too old for punk.
I'm too broken for punk.
Yeah. And then,
what a dumb way of thinking.
Yeah.
Dumb way of thinking.
It is a dumb way of thinking.
It's who you are. It's your core.
It is.
Remember coming back to who you are, how important that is?
Look at that 360.
I don't think you can ever be too old for the things that you loved when you were younger.
No, you just have to evolve.
You have to evolve in how you get there.
Evolve or die.
Evolve in how you get there. That's another cool way of saying it. Evolve in how you get there. Because you're going to get there, because this is the stuff that you were connected when you were younger, but you have to evolve in how you get there, right? Evolve or die.
Evolve or die.
Exactly. So you evolve as a more mature punk, but yet you still know that that's you. And you just get out there and you're like, this is me for a while.
Yeah, because I'm like...
Whatever.
I'm like, okay, so maybe like I meant to shift into like the goth rock realm. Because that's kind of what came after punk.
Fair. Yeah.
Because it took some of the ethos from punk, but... kind of slowed it down, made it a little bit more melancholy. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's what I meant to evolve my musical taste into. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy some goth bands.
Yeah, totally.
But on a whole, it didn't feel right, and
yeah.
to say I'm a goth never felt right.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's because I'm not.
Fair,
I'm
fair.
still a punk,
Fair.
and that's still my music identity.
Why do I feel like this next coming year is going to be a year of more raw energy? And
I
the,
think
the
it
full
is.
circleness of punk. It needs life needs more punk.
Life does. need
Life
more
needs
punk.
more punk. Like we kind of went through this wobbly wops, but life needs more punk. And I think like coming up, we're
hope
going to
so.
see
I hope
this
so.
energy of punk just punching back
Because-
again. Like life is hard. It can't be easy sometimes. And
Well,
it needs more punk to
yeah,
punch through. Punk punches through the hard things.
It does, and I
punches through the hard things.
I feel like we had this really big change that happened over the last few years.
As everybody knows.
As everybody
knows, for
and
sure.
I think we're all realizing that there are systems and hierarchies in place that need to be broken down. And the only way that that's going to happen
more punk.
is more punk.
More punk.
We need punk.
We need more badass punk to
So-
punch through the energies that need to lead us to the greater good for everyone.
Yeah, we need punk.
We need punk.
We need
the world needs more punk.
The world needs more punk. It needs to be on a t-shirt. I'm sure it does.
The world needs more punk. And if you can't have new punk for this very time being, you can be sure to listen to some classic
Punk's
punk.
not dead. It's just buried
Punk will
underground.
never be dead. Punk will never be dead. Punk's coming back.
I hope so.
Yeah, punk's never dead. It never died. It's not coming back because it never died. It's just I feel like the punk energy needs to be more forward.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be like punk is here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at. Like punk is here. Let's do some punk.
We need like
That's what I'm feeling. Let's
because
do some punk.
I think we've had like
Punk.
I think we've
Something like
had
that.
like a lot of
We're doing punk. Let's do punk.
we've had a lot of attempts.
Doing punk.
So distracted.
That's me on drums playing punk.
See,
That's me on drums
Okay.
playing punk. I can play punk. I can't play punk for a long time.
you know what?
I can play punk for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then
we're-
I'm dead. I'm
We're
exhausted.
gonna
I'm
have to
gassed.
have like
gassed.
a punk episode because
Oh, when we do pure punk, we'll do pure punk.
we're gonna do pure
Okay,
punk
let's do
because
it, let's do
I'm
it.
gonna go on a rant.
I
and
can play.
Don't have
I
time.
can play punk on drums for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm exhausted. I'm done.
But see-
I can't like. It's so energy. The energy is so high.
It is.
It's just like you're kicking.
But,
You're
like-
playing so fast that you're up here.
See-
You're up here. You're like up here. You're touching
Not
the
all
ceiling.
punk music
You're
is
touching
fast,
the ceiling.
though.
I know, but I like to think it is.
Most people do.
I associate it with faster music. I know it's not. We can,
But
like you said, we can get
for-
into this whole topic.
Yeah.
But
For
I
the most
think
part, sure, yeah.
I think punk music to me is like let's just hit it fast and just.
It's like when you watch videos from the Ramones, like live videos, and like they were all about that. Like that was the Ramones, right? The
Yeah.
faster, the better. And their recordings, they purposely slowed them down.
For real, I didn't even know that.
Because Joey Ramone
What?
was
They slowed down their recordings.
yeah. So their live
What?
performances.
I didn't
are,
even know
like,
that.
so fast that oftentimes Joey Ramone couldn't even sing the songs.
For real.
Yeah.
That's
but
cool. I didn't know that.
They slowed down the recordings because he was actually a super big perfectionist
Oh,
and was
okay.
obsessed with having good vocals. And you would never think that thinking of Joey Ramone.
Fair.
But if you actually
He
listen,
wanted the vocals to rip.
he wanted elegant, clear, crisp vocal. Like
vocal
he,
layouts. School vocal
like
layouts.
he would use like those neti pots all the time
To just clear himself
He
up.
did like multiple takes of his vocals because he just
cool.
wanted them to be perfect because he was very influenced by surf rock.
Cool.
So
He found a way to evolve to let himself rip. That's amazing.
glorious human being.
Yeah. Surf rock.
Yeah,
That's an interesting influence.
I know.
Wow.
But if you listen to his vocals, you can hear it. Like block out the music side of it and just listen to his vocals.
Mm.
It is very surf rock.
I don't think that's surf rock.
Nah.
I think that's double kick till you can't kick no more rock.
Double kick until your dick falls off.
Punk until you're drunk.
Punk until you're drunk.
Punk until you're drunk.
Or punk until you're sunk.
Bye everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a beautiful lead up to Christmas.